Good morning, welcome back to Creating Magic. I'm Chantel Mulholland and thank you very much for watching my channel. I just wanted to say it's been a long time since I've posted, and obviously there's been so much going on in our lives for the last few months due to this world pandemic that we are living through. However, I had something that I felt very important to share with everyone, because obviously we're going through old traumas and things are triggering us right now. God, I can't even speak, sorry. But with these triggers comes growth. So I'd like to share that no matter how spiritually adept you are, there will always be triggers of unrealized traumas or hurts or something you quite haven't fully healed within your own psyche, your own energy, that is being brought up to the surface for you to transmute it into beautiful, loving energy and let it go, so you can accept brand new loving energy in which will enrich your life and learn from your past. Now, in saying that, I've personally had a situation arose that, after all the growth and learning and everything I know right now, was just washed away in an instant, and I reverted back to the old story, the old version of me, the scared little girl that seeking approval from my peers. I don't care what others perceive of me. I really don't, because the only person I can control what feelings and everything is me. I have that right and responsibility of how I control my own feelings. How other people react to me, that's their issue. And I know that, yet I went backwards like tenfold in the last 24 hours. So this is why I felt it very poignant to share that it doesn't matter how far you're up the ladder or whatever you want to describe it as on your journey to ascension, to your higher self, you always will find things that you kind of didn't quite sort out initially, and it comes back and slaps you in the face. In the most nicest of terms, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad thing. It was just a realization that I reverted back to old habits. I had to go on Facebook, which is one of the most depressing things I find personally in my life, because everyone is comparing their lives, and it's just, who cares? You've had a great life. Whoop-de-doo. You've had a shit life. Whoop-de-doo. You know, it's beautiful that you're sharing it, but it's got nothing to do with me, unless it's of a positive note. And it's informative, and I did find some informative things there, but the point being, I've gone on there, got a bit upset because realizing that everyone's having a life and I don't seem to have a life, which I know I do, but let's just keep going back to the old story I'm reverting to. So I'm comparing myself with others, and then I've noticed in an invite list to a birthday party I'm invited to, because, you know, everyone only does it on Facebook. No one actually sends texts or, you know, snail mail anymore. And and I've seen on the guest list a few people that I'm like, ooh, and it just threw me into a tailspin. I didn't know. I automatically went to worst case scenario, which I got out of that years ago. You know, I only see the positive in things, but oh no, I reverted back to my old story of thinking that the worst is going to happen. This is going to be a crap night. Oh my God, my kid, I can't escape with alcohol and cigarettes like I used to, because I don't do any of that anymore. I'm really a good girl. I like my cup of teas. I know that's sad, but I do. alcohol affects me. I get drunk on a few sips because of my own personal practices and how clean I am, which I'm okay with. And cigarettes I gave up when I found out I was pregnant, which I'm so glad they're so expensive now. But I'm sidelining here. So I've reverted back to the old Chantel that, having a panic attack because, an anxiety level's rising because I'm feeling overwhelmed because I'm processing the negative and what it is going to be when I have no idea what this beautiful night is going to entail, because it will be beautiful because this lady is absolutely amazing and the best heart. So why would it be a crap night? Going back to old stories, that's why. So after stewing on it overnight and then waking up this morning feeling like I'm going to cry, I ring a girlfriend to just talk to because she's going to the same thing, and then realise after I got off the phone, luckily she didn't answer and I left a message, that, oh my God, I'm this scared little girl running to a friend to seek approval and have a bitch about something that's probably not going to happen. How silly was I being, reverting back to my old story? I now know it's personal growth and we all have situations that bring these things up, but you don't realise the traumas that are so deep-seated. You can brush over them and go, yeah, I'm fine. But in honesty, I acknowledge now that I'm still that scared little girl who still seeks approval, and I'm shit scared of catching up with people in my past because they're going to judge me. They're going to talk about me behind my back, and it only takes like 10, 20 years before I find out what they really thought of me. I always was genuine with them, but they were never genuine with me. And that's what I'm scared about. Of them judging me because I'm a little bit more eccentric than I was back then. So that's me having to deal with my personal emotional attachment to my past and growing from that. Now I acknowledge who I am and having the strength and courage and conviction to stand as the woman who I am now. And I just wanted to share some personal insight that no matter how far you go along this line of your personal spiritual growth, you're going to falter, you're going to have these realizations, but you're not alone, and you're never alone. We're all doing this together for each other because we all are one. And I just wanted to let you know that it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let it out. And the most thing, it's okay to acknowledge and surrender that, yep, I screwed up. I reverted back to the old story. I've gone back 5 years of my learning and training in one night. That's okay. But it's how you move forward, because there's no right or wrongs. It's just a choice. We live in a free will universe. We have the choice. Now, I can choose to continue living my old story that I've triggered, or I can choose to step into my new story, well, the one I am now living. Do I want to revert back and live that old story and have that experience attracted to me, or do I want to go, yep, that's the old Chantel, but the new Chantel is going to be like this. And I'm going to choose to see the positive on it. I'm going to choose to see that they look at me with respect and honour me for being me. I'm choosing that reality. And you know what? It will be. Because I believe it to be. And we all live our own perceived reality. So in my little bubble world, that's what's going to transpire. So thank you for listening to me today, and I hope you are creating beautiful magic in your life. And if not, if you're having a bad day or whatever, just take heed that you're not the only one. And I must go because my sourdough is ready to come out of the oven. So much love and light. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.